Cruise passengers are really truly unaware of what cruise lines have inserted into the cruise ticket. In fact, these days, cruise passengers are very seldom even issued a hard copy of what their cruise ticket is. It's a little bit like flying on an airplane these days. You receive pretty much an electronic version of a cruise ticket contract, which is technically what it's referred to. And like every contract, there are terms in there that can be binding upon the cruise passenger. Ordinarily, for example, it would be 3 years within which a cruise passenger could bring a claim. Not so when it comes to cruise passengers. The cruise lines have powerful lobbyists. They've enacted a law which is called an Enabling Statute. It's a federal statute that allows, as the name implies, enabling, meaning they can, include into the contract a provision that says you have 1 year, not 3, within which to bring your lawsuit. And by the way, not only is there generally a 1-year provision, there's also a notice provision. And within a certain number of months, if you don't notify the cruise line, by the way, at the proper address, or it'll be deemed insufficient notice, then your claim could technically be lost. There are other provisions. Cruise passengers are completely unaware that the cruise lines routinely include language that during a shore excursion, there's to be no liability against the cruise lines. Well, think about that. The cruise lines go to all these ports of call. The cruise lines select who the concessionaire is going to be. Who's going to take you ziplining? Who's going to take you on the high-speed boat? Who's going to take you parasailing? The cruise lines, not you. Not the passenger. The passenger's never been there before. The cruise lines select those people, and the cruise lines decide who to retain those people. And by the way, they share profits. Except in your ticket contract, there's a provision that says, oh, and by the way, if that concessionaire, that shoreside excursion, during which if you're injured, we're not liable. There are numerous provisions within the cruise ticket contract that the cruise lines will seek to enforce to limit your claim, unless you have a well-qualified attorney who knows that area of law.